Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to discuss some serious news. We got breaking news involving Shiloh Sanders. Lord have mercy. We all know Coach Prime Deion Sanders was going to send a message regarding number 21, and he posted something to his social media a couple of hours ago. We're going to get into it. This was an emotional, heartfelt message that he wanted to send, to his son. He says he's praying for a speedy recovery regarding the injury to Shiloh Sanders. Trust God, son. You may not understand it now, but you will. Stay strong and never doubt God's way and his timing. You've always overcame adversity, and this ain't no different. Hashtag proud dad. Love you, son. And he put a hashtag 21 reasons. So clearly, that was, like I said, the post was heartfelt. We all know the Buffaloes they had the smackdown laid on them by Nebraska. It was 28-10. We're gonna get all into it. As of right now, they haven't disclosed. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe, because soon as the details get out, we will be here to report it to you. But Shiloh Sanders has suffered a forearm injury, ladies and gentlemen. That's what is disclosed. That caused him to be sidelined late in the first quarter. So we all know that hurt the Buffs. We all know the defense was horrendous, and the offensive line, that's another story. We're going to get all into it. Listen, I got the Chief in the building. Tribe Sports is in the house. Chief, man, where do we start? We got breaking news regarding Shiloh. Colorado seems to be a mess. Where are we going with this, Chief? Let's talk.
This is just this will be a blow. No. Some people argue about, Shedeur is such a magnet, and he has such an aura and such a charisma, and the attention is on Shedeur to the point where I feel sometimes like that Shiloh gets lost in the sauce a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a blow, because hopefully the injury is something. See, it's a forearm though. That picture don't look good. I mean, I'm not laughing at his injury. I'm just saying it's like, hopefully it's something he can recover from, so that he can hopefully return, depending on what the injury is, because no one knows, because the both sons are going to be looking to go to the NFL, right? And shout out to you, Flight, for that fire live stream you did yesterday, where these things came up, and in the live. It's a blow, and now with other things going on in Colorado, it's just something just piled on to what's going on up there. It's unfortunate, man. I'm hoping he gets a speedy recovery, and hoping that he's able to perform in Colorado again, so that he can make a transition to the NFL without any questions surrounding, without his play being affected or anything like that, Flight.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to pose a question to you, Chief, because it's starting to feel like it's deja vu. Now, it's one game. We all know Coach Prime got a lot of haters. He got a lot of people that love him. So, is it the media just couldn't wait to pounce on him? Because they did win the first game. They was not favored against Nebraska in the first place. But clearly it's how you lose. But is this the beginning of a situation where the Colorado Buffaloes go on another losing streak? They got Colorado State coming up next. What do you think is going to happen? Or is Coach Prime going to get this thing nipped in the bud? What's going to happen?
We'll see. We'll see, because I thought that the issue with the offensive line, I thought that was supposed to have been fixed, Flight. And if Shedeur is at the end of a press conference talking about comparing how many times the opposition's quarterback got hit compared to the amount of times he got hit, that's an issue, Flight. That's an issue, because if the quarterback is more focused on watching to make sure he's not hit and not focused on the game, where he may miss somebody, he may miss Hunter, because he's busy looking around, wondering if he's going to get hit, busy not having confidence in the line. So those things, that must be fixed. That has to be fixed. And in terms of just jumping on Deion, some of it, I'm not going to say that. Listen, when you are of this tribe, I'm gonna say this. Hey, if you're in issues, come to Tribe Sports. Talk to me about it. This is me talking. This Bartram talking now. When you have a certain energy about yourself, there's always going to be people lurking, hoping that you fail, because there's always people who is always looking to put men like Deion in their quote unquote place, right? So it's the same in other sports. They wait for you to fail so they can jump on you, right? Now, is some of it from Deion's hubris? Yes. Is some of it maybe certain things that Deion maybe have underestimated? Perhaps. But also there are people, particularly since he left JSU, and this is not on the JSU fan base, because most of them, man, they focused on JSU. They're not focused on what Deion is doing. But there's a few who are grifting on Deion and waiting for him to fail so they can jump out and talk about it. And yes, make content off of it, whether it's on this platform or even some of the writers. Even some of the writers, even those that may not have wanted Deion to come up there in the first place. Flight, all that's in play.
You're absolutely right, man. And I pose the question. Obviously, this loss is gonna fuel, the conversation or the future of Deion Sanders in Colorado. You spoke on things and conversations coming up. I want to get your thoughts. What do you see what's going on with Deion? Because we've heard Deion say in the past or allude to the fact to think that he was going to be sticking around, and he did move on to, something else. From all accounts, he has no intent of coaching in the NFL. He can't talk to a guy making this amount of money and this, that, the third. What do you see the future of Deion Sanders when everybody's gone? His kids, Travis, the list goes on. And is he going to be able to put up with something like this without his kids there?
No. Once the three are secure, and those other and the other ones as well, all the players hopefully will get to move on in their careers. It'll be, sometimes you have to know when to sit down, and it's like, well, I did what I had to do. Shador and Shiloh are in the NFL. Travis is in the NFL. Other players from Colorado are in the NFL. Maybe because of the losing, their stocks may all take a hit, but they still made it. And then, he can ride into the sunset, hopefully on a win. But if not, don't dig yourself in a deeper hole. Just get out. You tried, it worked. In some places it didn't. There's no shame in that.
Yep, absolutely. There's no shame in that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to stay up to date with all things Colorado, make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. We're going to be keeping you up to date. And like I said, as soon as we get word on what's happening with Shiloh, we're going to be here to report that. So do not miss a second of coverage. Chief, let everybody know where they can find you.
Tribe Sports Media, baby.
You heard what the man said. Check out Flight Sports Community tab. If you're having a hard time finding them, you can't miss them. Peace and love. You already know what it is.